Old Weathersfield is full of history with so many historic properties right on Main Street.
Did you know that the form of currency used to be the red onion in Old Weathersfield?
Is that for real?
It's for real. I'm telling you.
Just learned something new.
Absolutely. One home has some new modern shops inside, so we sent Melissa Cole to check it out.
So this house, they believe, was built in 1766 for a ship captain named Ashbel Wright.
This stately historic house on Main Street in Old Weathersfield has gone through many owners over the last 250 plus years. Today it's home to 3 women-owned businesses: Cottonwood and Church.
Cottonwood and Church are the 2 streets that Greg, my husband, and I lived on together when we were first married.
Raised on Ridge.
We grew up 20 plus years living on Ridge Road.
And Birdies, a cheerful space for all the littles.
So this is like our little self-care area.
Chelsea Riendu and her husband Greg opened up Cottonwood and Church in December, inspired by their love of vintage finds.
After the events of 2020, we kind of needed a shift. I was in the education field, and we decided, maybe I would make a change and try to turn this hobby into a business.
The shop has a little something for everyone, both new and old.
Our overall goal is to bring an appreciation of the vintage things and things of old, the craftsmanship, to a younger generation. So we're fusing those vintage pieces with modern trends. This is one of our seasonal tables. It's all set up for Easter. We have some really cute Easter bunnies, some spring florals and greenery, and some vintage pieces mixed in, like the ironstone pitchers and the different china platters.
Where do you find the vintage pieces?
We find them all over. We do a lot of private estates, so people will give us a call and say, I'm cleaning out an old barn or a home, and would you like to come and see if there's anything that you would like to buy? And
lots of treasures.
Yes, hop in the car and go treasure hunting. These are actually handmade by a friend of ours here in Connecticut. It's a reproduction of a vintage breadboard, so very European antique-esque.
And I feel like everybody's into the charcuterie.
Yes,
so
and we're big charcuterie fans here too. We have a whole little charcuterie section over here with spreaders and cheese knives and a little cheese dome. This is like our wine and cheese section.
Oh, I love it.
But our kitchen section has been really popular. We have a lot of great things that are pretty but also functional.
This is a little romper with a camper on it from our favorite brand, Loved Baby. It's made with organic cotton.
Twins Lauren Ambrosi and Jenna Garcia, with 4 kids between them and 1 on the way, know a thing or two about children's clothes.
Out shopping, you tend to see some of the same things, and so really these are some of the brands that we shop online. But there's something to be said, especially when you're shopping for your children, of like touching and feeling it and seeing the quality of the product. So we wanted to bring it to our hometown where we grew up.
Yeah. And then we have some really sweet sweaters that a lot of moms or grandmas like to buy for a nice gift.
A priority of our store is to make sure that we have different outfits, especially for boys. So little boys, if you're a boy mom or a boy dad, you understand that you go into a store and a lot of times there's like one rack for boy clothes. And so making sure that we have stylish and unique things for little boys.
And the hat, precious.
So Binky Bros is this brand. We have a lot of different fitted and flat top hats.
After you get the perfect outfit, head over to Birdies for a toy or maybe even a music class.
So we're at Birdies. We have a toy store for children. We also have some home goods. We have gifts. We have a little bit of everything. And we also have a brand new studio space in our back.
Owner Jen LaBella let us peek in on a toddler music class full of drums, tambourines, and lots of smiles. And a special bonus, 3 generations together.
I believe there was a great-grandma, grandma, and then the grandchildren. So yeah, it's a great place for families to gather.
The store is full of books, stuffed animals, and unique gifts.
I loved buying products for my kids. I was always looking for the best items, the best brands. So I'm just sharing what I found and what I love. Okay, so this is our weather station by Moon Picnic. Every day in the shop will always change it to the weather, so feel free to play with it if you're in our store. And it's a great way to learn about the weather. So this is like the coziest blanket for being on the couch or reading with your child in a chair. So this is actually a child size, so it's not a baby blanket size.
Yeah.
And look how sweet these butterflies are. You want to touch it?
Yeah, I
It's
love the
really
detail.
soft.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that
and not
great?
like your typical children's blanket.
Right. You can have this in your living room and you won't feel ashamed.
All of the ladies say the Wethersfield community has embraced them, and they love being part of this historic area.
Well, there's a debate about what town is the oldest.
I
Right?
know. Yes.
So, would you say it's Wethersfield?
I mean, I have to be Team Wethersfield. Yeah.
Two partnering businesses that we work very closely, bouncing ideas off of and learning from, so it's been really, really nice.
I used to visit here all the time with my kids, and I did find that a toy store just was so needed on our street, and there's never enough things to do with kids.
Yeah.
Never. So here we are.
Oh, that's great. So you can find all three of the new shops at 133 and 135 Main Street in Wethersfield. You can also find all three of them on Instagram.
Yay!
Yeah. Up next, Easter